Hi Foragers, Ingrid here from Free Food Foragers. I'm out today at my local foraging territory. Now this is the beautiful Golden Point Reservoir. It's the beginning reservoir for Forest Creek here, and I'm trying to help manage some of this very invasive, although it is native, bulrush here, or otherwise known as cat's tails or kumbungi is the traditional name for it. Now this has been a native food source for many thousands of years. The indigenous culture here really highly prize this because it is basically a multi-tool of the bush. So you've got it over here, and I just wanted to show it to you at the moment because a lot of people don't recognise it out of season. Now you've got the really dried seed heads through here as well, and you can see if I hopefully turn the camera a bit this way, maybe not. Okay, and you've got some of the dried fluffy heads here as well. Alright, so those dried fluffy heads, which I'm hopefully going to show you in a minute. Okay, hopefully, I said. Very hopefully. Alright, if we get the camera working correctly. Beautiful, maybe. Oh, okay. So, there we are, hopefully we're in screenshot now. So you can see a bit closer here some of these dried heads, and I'm going to see if I can grab some of them from across the water here, because the spring rain has come through and finally there's some water in here. So I'm going to grab one. While I'm at it, I'm going to show you a couple of my foraging tools. Now this is probably one of my most used ones, otherwise known as a sickle. Okay, now she's been duct taped, she's seen better days, but she still works very, very well. This is one of my favourite ones for foraging for fodder for my animals, so it makes gardening really easy as well. You just slide it in and grab. So I'm going to see if I can do a demonstration of exactly that technique here. Alright, so maybe, hopefully. Okay, so I've got it here, and just grab whatever you're looking to get, and away you go. So you may be familiar with this from old wheat harvesting, a couple of flags even, a very symbolic little tool here, but it is really handy for actually getting things that are out of your reach, which I hopefully will be able to achieve here without falling in, or not. Oh, there we go, and hook across, and away we go. Beautiful! Alright, so this is specifically to show you the dried seed heads, which you'll be familiar with in their large cattail-like form. This is them once they're dried. This fluff tinder here is a fantastic fire starter tinder, so much known as, I call it, tinder fluff. So that is really, really good. Little bunch of that with your tinder startup for your fire will add to the sparks, so when it actually takes off it'll go poof. Plus it makes a really cool little magic trick for kids. So into the fire you go like this, and it all explodes with little sparks. It's really, really cool. Alright, so then we've got the rest of the plant here. Now this, I've been told, was really good for making tips with spears and for getting fish or even quills, I've been told by a few people. I haven't personally tried that, as it is hollow on the inside. So I'm not sure what exact use that is, but there you go. I was thinking you could possibly make a straw out of it. Okay, but what we're really interested in is actually what's going on underneath here in the water. So kumbungi's main component, main edible component, if I'll just get the camera up here a bit so we can see what we're doing, maybe. Having a bit of camera difficulty here today, so bear with me a moment. Okay, so what our main component that we're looking for in the kumbungi is the rhizome. Okay, so the rhizome is actually growing underneath. It's a potato-like tuber, very high in starch, carbohydrates, really good essential food. Now, when we hear carbohydrates and starch, we think, oh God, no, that's terrible. Now, you're thinking of wheat, you're thinking of potatoes, which are a really highly processed starch and carbohydrate. Compared to this, which has got a lot of fantastic components, which actually aid your digestion and help you to absorb the vitamins and nutrients from the plant. Whereas potatoes is basically, yeah, no, carbohydrates, taste good, but you're not actually getting much bang for your buck. So kumbungi is a much better option if you're going to be looking at tubers and you're going to be looking at helping the environment, because at the moment these plants aren't seen as a food source. So they overgrow in areas like this and they actually block waterways, which is what I've been trying to prevent happening here over the last few years. So it's actually stopped the spring flow coming down through the streams, and all along Forest Creek is actually dry. Whereas this time of year it should be absolutely flowing, and it's not because the kumbungi is not being harvested. So I'm only one person, I can only do so much, so get out there and get harvesting. And check out our next video on kumbungi, and we'll show you exactly how to harvest and process that root. Look forward to seeing you next time, and happy foraging. Thanks for watching.